Hi, I'm Don from DonDronesOn, and in this video, I'll give you an update on the Drone Pilot Association of Canada. Let's get into it. I announced the launch of the Drone Pilot Association of Canada, or DPAC for short, on April 2nd, and over 800 people signed up over the course of April, which is fantastic. As a quick reminder, DPAC is an advocacy group addressing Transport Canada with the concerns of recreational and light commercial drone pilots. Our primary objective is to apply our influence in order to improve the drone regulatory environment, including the rules, exams, certifications, airspace restrictions, procedures, and fee structures. DPAC is run entirely by volunteers and membership is absolutely free. Why have we formed a new organization? Well, looking around, there are groups for large, I'll say drone corporations, particularly those planning on doing cargo delivery or other beyond visual line of sight operations. But there's nobody else representing the vast majority of us. Folks just flying drones for fun, whether that be for taking videos or just zooming around in FPV mode. And also what I'll call mom and pop shops. One or two people using drones commercially for activities like real estate shots, home inspection, maybe construction monitoring, things like that. These commercial operations can range from a side hustle to their primary source of income. And by the way, we're not going to turn away someone who wants to join DPAC, who is part of a large droning company, or is part of a ground school, or whatever. Just be aware that our focus and priority will be to represent recreational drone pilots and those flying drones in a light commercial role. So what's happened since the April 2nd announcement? Well, my first priority was to form the steering committee. While I planned to lead DPAC, at least to start, I wanted to ensure we had a strong, effective team to bring different experiences and perspectives to the table. To maintain effectiveness, that team needed to be small and agile, 5 members in addition to myself. My objective was to cover a variety of, well, I'll call them dimensions, if you will. Geographical, cultural, recreational versus commercial, manned aircraft experience, and gender. Also, experience working with Transport Canada was considered an asset. It's not easy, or frankly even possible, to cover all those dimensions in just 5 people, and I did not succeed. But our plan is to review and refresh steering committee membership annually, so feel free to put up your hand if you want to help out. That said, I'm really impressed with the team I've selected to kick this off. There were no wallflowers at our first meeting, let me tell you. So let me briefly introduce the steering committee, moving from east to west. We'll start with Nick Seemel, located in Fall River, Nova Scotia. Nick is a recreational drone pilot with his advanced certification, flying a Mavic 2 Zoom and Mavic Mini. He's a retired airline pilot with deep experience in the flight safety arena for various airline pilot associations. Next is Mike Hill, aka Aerosnapper, hailing from Kingston, Ontario. Mike is also a recreational drone pilot, flying a Mavic 3 and holding his advanced pilot certification. Mike was a very active radio-controlled modeler in the UK and has more than 10 years of experience flying drones here in Canada. He's retired from the British military and holds a private pilot license for manned aircraft. Also in Ontario is Stephen Anderson. Located in St. Thomas, Steve flies a small fleet of Mavic 2s, commercially, both for his own business, Aeronautics, and for Western University in London. Steve has his advanced RPAS pilot certification as well, and is a professional photographer and videographer. Next in line is Steve Bannister. Steve runs a classic light commercial drone operation near Gimli, Manitoba, called Interlake Drone Services. He has his advanced drone license and flies a variety of drones, including the Mavic 2 Enterprise Dual. His latest project has been a set of BVLOS missions to monitor ice flows on the Red River looking for ice jams. Steve is a former Air Force pilot with deep aviation experience. Last but certainly not least, we have a third Steve, Steve Bogner, located in Medicine Hat, Alberta. Steve has his advanced license and flies a DJI Air 2 and Mini 2 recreationally. Intriguingly, his day job is as a project manager at the foremost UAS test range, where large drone companies and Transport Canada work together to test BVLOS flight safety and all sorts of other advanced drone capabilities. And finally, for those who don't know me, I'm Joyce and will be leading the steering committee. I'm based in Ottawa, Ontario, have my advanced certification, and fly a Mavic 2 Pro and Mini 2 recreationally. My day job is as an engineer in the telecom industry and have no formal manned aviation experience. That said, I've published hundreds of videos aimed at helping Canadians both understand the drone regulations and how to fly safely. I'm also the co-creator of the Drone Pilot Canada app. So with that, please welcome the DPAC Steering Committee. Steve Bogner did a terrific job chairing our first meeting on April 28th. The team met virtually, of course, did a short roundtable of introductions, and got right down to business. We discussed how DPAC would operate and agreed to review a draft set of operational guidelines at our next meeting in mid-May. We also gathered each steering committee member's perspectives on the top 3 or 4 priority issues to tackle. These ranged from public awareness of drone safety and regulations to changing the exam knowledge requirements to more suitable multi-level pilot certificates. Once we agree on our key focus areas, we'll determine action plans for each one, whether that be in the form of white papers or lobbying for representation at Transport Canada decision meetings. For example, TC just announced, seemingly out of the blue, the establishment of a remote ID working group with representation from, and I quote, industry, Transport Canada, NAV Canada, and other government departments, end quote. Is someone representing recreational or light commercial pilots in this working group? It doesn't sound like it. And yet it is exactly the kind of thing we should be involved with, judging by the experience of our friends south of the border with remote ID. So there we have it. The Drone Pilot Association of Canada now has a steering committee and we're off and running. If you haven't already done so, please consider joining DPAC. There's a link in the description below this video. Membership is free. All you do is sign up with your name, email address, and a few things like your shoe size, basically to ensure we're dealing with legitimate members. Oh, and don't be surprised when you're redirected to a Pocket Watch purveyor website. To save money, we're simply piggybacking on my family's Shopify store. This provides an easy way for us to manage membership and automated membership package distribution. It's all legit, and just another way we can keep DPAC membership 100% free. Your membership is crucial to ensure we have a strong mandate and unified voice that Transport Canada will recognize and respect. If you wish to provide direct input to DPAC or offer assistance, feel free to send an email to dronepilotassociationofcanada@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for further updates. And in the meantime, safe and happy flying.